by the entrepreneur.
Yeah.
No, they,
Yeah. But anyway, the way the term is developed in the 20th century, as the term meandered through the medical profession and other places where they kept and psychiatric, they kept changing the basis of the definition, and so then it became post-traumatic stress syndrome, PTSS. Then they didn't like that because syndrome. Or they changed it out of that because it didn't have enough psychological clout or psychiatric clout
Hey,
to
time to get up, and you gotta get your clothes on and get dressed.
pretty soon.
It's-
Yeah.
No, not pretty soon now, because they're gonna be here, and then you need to be ready. Okay, so I'll tell you what, I'll come back in 5 minutes, and then we're gonna get dressed, okay?
Yeah. Right.
And do we have stuff?
I think it's in the closet.
Okay.
It's in various places.
Yeah, because it's kind of like you don't really have a choice about. I mean, they'll be here at 1:40. Well, they'll probably be here a little bit before. Well, who knows, really.
Yeah.
But I need to have you ready by 1:45, and it'll probably take about 10-15 minutes. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll be back.
Okay.
Thank you. So anyway, you were saying it was what was the first one? Combat fatigue, and then
Yeah. Combat
Shell
fatigue,
shock.
shell shock. That was that was before combat fatigue. So the problem was that post-traumatic stress syndrome didn't have enough clout in it to get the insurance companies to agree to cover treatment for post-traumatic stress. So they changed it to post-traumatic stress disorder because now that has the psychiatric ring of disease process in it, sort of, but not quite, but almost, but yes, but no. It depends on where you stand on it, right? So it's vague enough or not vague enough, but it's unclear enough exactly what a disorder really is. I mean, if you're going to have oppositional defiance disorder called ODD, and that's a disorder, meaning there's some brain disease that's implied by the term.
Yeah.
Well, then you can have post-traumatic stress disorder, and you can have, a bunch of other kinds of disorders too. So it's and then so now the whole thing has moved, slid over into a diagnostic disorder that shows up in the DSM-4. You know what that is, right? We've talked about that before. Are you come across it? The Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, edition number 4. That's it's the list of all the diseases and disorders that are supposed to be, So now it's part of that. So therefore, insurance will cover treatment for it, that kind of thing. So it's a bit of a bitch and a bit of a slide. A lot of various terms have taken similar routes to they're trying to make it so that the insurance companies will pay attention and cover it for people. At least that's the theory. That's what they say that they're trying to do. But that's what their motive is, that they're trying to make it so that, oh yes, well, we want insurance to cover it, so that's why we call it that. But that's not the only reason that they call it that. They call it that because they want to be sure that all these things that they say are diseases, and that we're calling them a disease and we mean it, even though there's no evidence whatever that there's a disease process. All right. She wants me to get dressed.